Okay, so the first thing that you'll need to do is create a page number. And so there's a couple ways you can do this. One way is to just double click into the header and it opens up the header and footer tab. And so over here on the left, page number is an option. So click on that, then hover over top of page, and then you want the upper right corner. And no name, don't put like your name here or anything like that. That's what we do in MLA. Don't do that in APA. We don't have a running head either, like I was saying in the video. So you'll close that when you're done. The other way to do that, if you don't double click into the header, you can also just simply go over to insert and then page number will be over here. It's depending on what version of Word you're using, it might be in a totally different place, but it's usually going to be in the insert tab, or I find it easiest. I just for force of habit, I just go into double click on the header, and then when I'm done, double click out of it. So okay, I've got the page number there. Now remember, we don't type the title here on the first line. We hit the enter button 3 or 4 times to go down. And then we're going to type the title, Nurturing the Nurses, Reducing Compassion Fatigue Through Resilience Training. Okay. And we want that title to be bold, right? So select all that text and bold it. Now, when you center your text or when you have to put an indent or something like that, don't use the space bar. Sometimes students will try to center it like that. See what I'm doing? I'm using the space bar and I'm just getting just the right number of spaces to see if it's like, don't do that. So up here, if there's any buttons up here in this, palette of options here that you don't understand or not familiar with, play around with them. Like, get more familiar with Word. This is going to be really useful for you because you're going to be using Word over the course of your college career. This button here, so these ones, see the little lines here, these show you different ways of formatting the text, the alignment of the text. So you can have it aligned left the way it is here. You can have it centered, or you can make it aligned right. And what's great about that is, if you make it longer or shorter, or if you add text and it goes on to the next line, it's all going to be centered no matter what. So notice how perfectly centered each one of those lines is. It's brilliant. So, okay, we've got centered text. Now we don't just start typing our name right here. Remember, we add an extra line between the two. So let's say my name is Sam J. Student. So there's my name. Next is going to be my affiliation, Grace Harbor College. Next is going to be the title of the class, English 235, colon, and then the title of the class, which is technical writing, capital W for writing. On the next line, you're going to put your instructor's name, so Tom Stearns. And again, you can put Tom M. Stearns if you want. You can put Professor Stearns, that's fine too. Professor Tom Stearns, not just Professor Stearns. And then here at the end, you're going to put the date. So I would put July 11th, 2020. All right, now that looks great, but it's not quite right yet because we need all of this to be double spaced. It's currently single spaced. So just as a handy tip, something you can do, I won't explain too much, I won't go into too much detail about the explanation here, but I'll just show you the default setting in Microsoft Word. You'll notice here in the spacing section, it is not actually double spaced. It is multiple spaced, which is, oops. It went away just now, but it's in 1.08 spacing. So it's not quite single spaced. It's a little extra wiggle room afterwards. But notice after each paragraph, we have 8 points of extra space after each paragraph. So that's what's making it look kind of double spacey, but it's not. So what we really want is double spaced with 0 after. And so if I do that for all of the text, and I can select all of the text by holding Control and hitting A. I just changed it for one line with what I just did now, but I'm going to go up here into the line and paragraph spacing menu and just hit Remove Space After Paragraph. Now this is single spaced, and now I'm going to go to 2.0, and that is double spaced. It may not look too much different, but I want to say the last one, I think it ended right around here. With the full double spacing, it's going to go all the way down to there. So I wanted to show you that trick because as you're writing your papers and you're going to have to eventually do more than just a title page, right? Everything in APA is going to be this exact same format where it is double spaced, no extra space between the lines. So anytime you need to format it properly, just go in here, Control A, and then just go into here, double space it. Make sure there's no space before or after the paragraph, and then you'll be fine. You can also open up the paragraph settings box to tweak it here if you want as well. So we can double check and see, yep, okay, there's 0 after paragraphs and there's double spacing, so we're correct. All right, that's it. So go forth and create title pages.